Hello, this is Marcus V. Calvert, and welcome to Tales Unlimited Kitchen Rants. It is the 31st of March. Dead tired. Sorry I haven't dropped any posts sooner. It's just been busy week. Came out of Odd Mall. Not bad, very not bad. I like the location. It's just it was interesting doing business with so many vendors. It was packed, and I did all right. I did all right. Now I got to line up for the Kalamazoo trip. Bit of a logistical skip and jump. Uh, Another gig in Labor Day, and just interesting side of the business. What they don't tell you in the books is keeping track of gigs. I recommend a spreadsheet for that sort of thing. Um, Word of mouth from other writers is always good. Other artists. Try to get an event list, maybe going out for a year, and then you just slowly buy your way in. When you're in the beginning of your writing career, you don't quite know how to sell, go for the cheaper stuff. Don't go to a fan expo sort of thing. The big cons, the gen cons. You're not ready yet, but let's say you've been in it for a while, you have a couple of books, you have some confidence, you know how to sell, you can make some heavyweight money on occasion. Then consider the bigger cons, because it's, remember, the business is an investment in yourself, your legacy, your books, your works, and investments carry risk like anything else. So if you're going to spend, say, 300 to 500 bucks on something and you only have one book, that's not going to end well. But if you're, say, spending 20 books on a heritage festival event, or you're going to a free library gig but it's a packed library gig, or someone lets you into a craft show, a fashion show, and you're the only writer in the room, that could work, especially if you have 3 or 4 books up. So it's like you have to choose your battles, make sure you have inventory well in advance, maybe 30 books a title, and be ready to play. I mean, pack up your gear, be there hours in advance, set up your table, buy a table if you have to bring your own table, buy a chair if you have to bring your own chair, tablecloth. I recommend a candy bucket for little kids, lure them in. And you sell your little heart out with passion and a good, cultured, tailored pitch. And once you're comfortable, once you have some books down, once you know what you're doing, then you swing for the fences. I'm swinging for the fences on this one gig, and okay, I'll swing. And I'm willing to drive all the way out to Kalamazoo to get there and do this thing. And I'm going to come back utterly exhausted, but I also know I'm going to bring home new names to add to the newsletter list. I'm going to bring home some bacon, and I'm going to sell some books and expand my brand, because that's what I got to do. That's where I do it the best. And that is part of the business. But as you can see with the newsletter you're looking at right now, those of you who are on it, I would say to you, if you're a writer, start your newsletter with your no, not even with your first sale, before you even drop your first book. If you're doing the battery system the way I urge you to do the battery system, you're starting off with short stories, not a novel. So just drop posts, I don't know, Instagram, YouTube, somewhere, where you're just talking about each story you're putting out. You have this stuff layered out, you know what you're doing, you find your footing on just a posting before you even drop your first book, and then you just keep going. 1 or 2 a week, every week, and you just keep going. And then you have your new fans, and they go, "Oh, cool, man, you talking about this stuff," and they're watching you and they're entertained. That's how I'd recommend you get started, folks. Just nice and slow, nice and small. Build your confidence. Then you start hunting megalodons. Yeah. All right. Gonna craft some sleep time here, and then back to the daily work grind. I'm Marcus V. Calvert. This is Tales Unlimited Kitchen Rant. Please like and subscribe. iVillain.net's where my books are, all 20 of them, available on Amazon and Kindle Unlimited. That's short stories, think New School Twilight Zone. Novels, think supervillain fiction, where the bad guy is having a midlife crisis and is forced to save the world. Guides for creating characters called the Antagonist Cookbook, good for writers and evil GMs. And lastly, the Battery series, basically how to get into the indie author business and write novels. It's also good for people looking for inspiration. Again, evil GMs, songwriters, or just established writers, even published writers who just maybe want to find an unusual, I don't know, prompt, get back into the flow of things, maybe sharpen their chops after a series, that sort of thing. All right, toodles.